individual by individual.
I appreciate your call, sis.
Thank you.
All right, peace. All right. Let's get to another one. Our connection seems to be.
Don't say nothing. Just keep doing what we doing.
Just keep going what we doing. Let's get to Candy Kane. What's good, Candy Kane? You got a question for Rod Hayes?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm hearing a delay. I'm hearing more than one.
You sound muffled. Is your microphone covered up or something on your phone?
We can't hear you.
I do. So, hi, how you doing? How do you overcome your fears? Like earlier you spoke about fear.
Nah, yeah, can't hear you good.
Can you hear me now?
It's
a delay.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
So you asked for strategies on how to overcome fears, right?
Yes, and how do you spiritually protect yourself?
Okay, so spiritual protection falls under the category of psychic self-defense. There's a lot of different ways you can do that. The basics of spiritual baths and grounding are the most basic forms of psychic self-defense you can do. The next things that you need to learn how to do is take spiritual baths to clean your spiritual self, just like you do your physical self. You learn all this stuff, and it helps you to be able to develop psychic self-defense until you start learning other methods. Like, you got candle magic for defense, incense magic, you have oil magic, you have Florida water magic. There are all these different forms of protections that you can use. Crystal magic is one of the best, and protection stones. So you studying things spiritually to help you protect yourself spiritually, right? So it falls under psychic self-defense. Protect the mind, protect the spirit.
Indeed. All right, so yeah, I appreciate everybody for calling in tonight. You want to do one more, Rob? What you think, or you want to?
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's see if we can get a couple more in.
All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go to brother Troy Benz.
Yes, thank you.
Troy Benz.
Peace, brother. Peace to both of y'all.
What's that?
I've been waiting. Thank you, Rich, for what you're doing, and Rod for being the truth. I've heard this channel speak on this subject a couple of times. I was just wondering if you could expound on how, if you have a separation from your physical family, I think it was Sister Myra Moss that said you become closer with your spiritual family. Is that true, especially when you start stepping closer to the truth?
Okay, sometimes your physical family is your spiritual family, and sometimes you born into a family where you a lone wolf.
Yeah.
Even the lone wolf at some point in his life is going to form a pack. The only difference between the lone wolf is called a Zeta wolf. And the difference between him and a regular alpha is everybody on his team is carefully selected. You don't want nobody that ain't like him. So there's normally later in life, they normally live 2 or 3 years longer than a regular wolf pack. And they normally have a stronger pack while they're functional, but the pack have a tendency to break apart because that trait is pronounced in the alphas to become zetas. To become the lone wolf, then that's because they have the drive to form their own pack and to be the leader of their own crew, their own clan. This how you have high chiefs, then you got scout chiefs, you got local chiefs, and then you got national chiefs. That's the easiest way for me to explain it. Like all of the chiefs on the land know, even if you don't know they chiefs, you know who Tukey is, you know who Larry Hoover is, you know who Angel Bay is. We all know who they is. Right? And out of the despised and rejected, they the most loved and most respected. Right? And that's us. That's how we know how to find us in the darkness.
Hey, Troy, I appreciate your question, my brother.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right, peace. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's get to Bruja, the truth.
What's going on, girl?
Hey, you guys, how are you? Finally, I get to talk to you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. It's kind of loud,
Very
but I
good.
can.
Yeah, I do apologize. 1 second. So, I was watching the forum and kind of going, well, I don't have like a lot of questions. I'm glad a lot of people's things are being fulfilled, but I actually did find one thus far. I've been very privileged to have some amazing intuition and what I thought when I was walking my Christian walk, what was prophetic skills. I mean, they still are. And the universe just has a way of delivering things. So my biggest question is, because it was presented to me in the beginning of my walk, tarot cards. And I had a young lady that talked to who also experienced a very similar thing. And she kind of had some questions and doubts based on what we were told about them and how it was delivered to us. And I have them and I've utilized them in the proper way and always made sure to meditate and do things that were necessary. I've never gotten negative results, but I know that reading people and doing readings is it's a gift. And so I wanted to know where tarot cards fell for us in that particular instance.
Well, when I'm talking to the chiefs, only the ones that come from priest lands do I recommend oracle reading. But tarot cards was created by Tahuti to learn the language for you to remote view and scroll creation. It's just a training set. You already have the skill. You just need a tool to help you train. Bodybuilders don't carry the weights on the stage with them. They just carry the result, right? Well, when you doing tarot readings, you just got somebody in the gym. Because sooner or later, the card's just going to be there just to be sitting on the table while you're talking.
Deep.
You know, that's just training wheels. The runes, the same thing. The I Ching, the cowrie shells, the entrails, those are just training wheels to look at the imprint that nature has on things and see it as a message as opposed to something to fear. And most of these things are barred from us by a barrier of fear, by demonizing and villainizing them. I just got a new deck and I'm waiting on the deck to come in the mail.
I got 3 decks in 1 week. they dropped in my lap 3 decks in 1 week, and one is probably is almost as old as me. It's almost 40. That deck is almost 40 years old, and it came from the universe. I'm not going to say seemingly nowhere, but it was presented to me, and I was kind of like at first shied away, and then a few practices, but I wasn't sure quite where that was in my walk. But it fit niche wise. I just want to make sure it was well within the process of things. Thank you so much, you guys.
All right, I appreciate you. Oh, pieces. All right, let's get to
it. Look, everything that we use to develop our higher consciousness, they turned it into some evil.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So that keep you from, you want to be a good, righteous individual. I ain't give a fuck, but you want to be a good, righteous individual. So you trying to do everything that the belief system you fall in says is right and righteous. And it puts the barrier of fear in a position where if you're trying to be righteous, you don't even want to look over there. That's called getting stuck to the right. You can't even find out if you're getting the truth because you're so busy trying to be righteous. You overcompensating for the right. Right. You stuck to the right. That's how you get deceived being righteous. You can be righteous.
This right here with nigga with Lil Pump. Yeah. So he, and then not to mention he pardoned Kodak Black. I don't know what that was about. And Kodak Black must have, he pardoned Kodak Black, Lil Wayne, a couple more other guys, man, in the rap game.
Look, y'all gonna sleep on Kodak Black. Kodak Black his family's totem is the black bear.
Okay.
And they little they ferocious and they smart.
Like a koala
Don't
bear.
sleep on Kodak Black. Don't sleep on Kodak Black because talk a little like this here. You don't really know what a nigga be saying. Kodak Black up in you. Man, don't pay that country boys, man. We find a way to always seem dumber than our mark. That's always gonna keep us in the position of outsmarting the motherfuckers that thought they were smart.
Yeah.
Because they underestimate our intelligence. Because we have a country slang, a country drawl, right? But this is why my parents, one of my things my father said to me, he said we had to move you to the city so you didn't talk with that country drawl.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? He said, because people tend to think that you ignorant if you talk with the country drawl. So I decided to add colorful epithets because that's a family tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Them F-bombs I be dropping. Right? That's to express the discontent with the politics. Because there's no way that I can stand here and be politically correct when the politics is all wrong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got to shock consciousness sometimes in order to make people pay attention to the absurdity of the go along, get along dynamic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? So Trump is the reenactment of the JFK. JFK had a whole program that he would have been able to play out had he not been assassinated.
Mm-hmm.
And it was turning the world's military into peacekeeping forces. And instead of going to war with everybody, we would be trying to feed and clothe and shelter as many people as possible. But not just food, clothing, and shelter, develop the area around what the area develops, if you know what I mean. So one of the things that I was going to teach, like in parts of Africa, I was going to teach rabbit farming because you can harvest large quantities of meat in a short turnover time. And you can, you know, do this consistently under the farming conditions to industrialize third world nations. The whole thing is we wanted to use individual farms and not use slaughterhouse networks. That means only feed the people in your area, because that way you can feed on demand. You don't have to just be senselessly killing. Do you know how much of that shit that go to waste every year?
Right. Go ahead.
Right. So they killing thousands and thousands of cows, but only hundreds are being eaten. Right. So this is an offset because most of it go bad one way or another. Either we cook it and don't eat it all. Right. Sometimes we cook it. Sometimes we leave it in the refrigerator too long and it go bad. Sometimes it go bad at the stores. Right. And then they have to get rid of it. Right. So all that's excessive killing that's bringing negative energy to bring the people's senses to this level of savagery is part of the Babylonian blood magic. So that's why all these slaughterhouses is being shut down. So when we going back to the Divine Mother, we know Melania knew how to flip the sands as the first lady. She was mirroring Jackie Onassis. And Jackie Onassis was in office when the mother of the Nation of Islam was Clara Muhammad. That means that the mother of the Nation of Islam today would be Khadija Muhammad. If the mirror is accurate, that would update the Black Madonna data to bring us into a more modern time to determine the accuracy of the information. The only thing we got to verify, as we did this before, is that she got to have a daughter named Madonna in order to claim herself as the Black Madonna, which make her be Khadija, mother of the righteous. Right? So you go on a scavenger hunt. So type in Dinah Farrakhan. Let's just see if she got a daughter. Named Dinah. Now I'm gonna use my family to fact check this. I'm gonna show you how it works.
There you go, right there, Rod.
So this is Dinah Farrakhan, daughter of the minister Elijah. I mean the minister Farrakhan and Mother Khadijah. Right? You see the picture of her right there with the green on, second from where you at.
This one right
now,
here?
remember I told you, no, the one you had just before this.
Right here, right there.
Yeah, that. Now remember, I told you, in order for me to fact check this, it has to match something in my family. I had to be able to do what's called a family flip to verify the information, and then I'll know that I'm accurate. Can you zoom in on this picture?
And it's right here. We getting right into it, man. Hold on, can I blow it up? Hold up. Let's see. Dang, I don't want to do that. All right. Oh man. Okay, there. Hold on. Let me try something. Let me blow it up. Oh, Rod, it won't let me get it no bigger than that, Rod. I wonder what's going on.
Well,
let me try this. Skip. All right, hold on, Rod. I'm gonna try something else. Let me try to save it again, but I'm gonna save it in that folder. Save it. Let's save it in that folder right there. Unable to direct it. Oh, it's not gonna save it now. Wonder what's wrong with that picture there? Why I won't save? Hold on, let me try something else.
Okay, let's go. Let's just go to it. Let's go to it. Let's go to it.
All right, there you go right
there. So when I do the mirrors, she look like my auntie Pam.
Okay.
Right. Pam flips Matt backwards. My auntie Pam have a daughter named Dinah.
Okay.
Right. So Auntie Pam, it flips the map to match the Black Madonna off of a witch's brew on the knock to a knockback. Right.
Okay.
So her daughter Donna's favorite color is green, which is my mama's favorite color.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Right. On the blue house knock to a red house knockback, the color that drapes the green represents my mama's favorite color over the red, which is my mama's home lodge, which is the red house, which is the house of the blood right.
Okay.
Right. So for other people, it doesn't mean what it means for me personally. But remember, we just turning the key on the Vatican to show you how the seats have been moved.
Okay.
Right. So if Mother Khadijah is Dinah's mother, and Dinah's mother for me had the map, then Dinah Farrakhan's mother must be on the map.
Go ahead.
On the comparative analysis on a singularity closing in on a hometown flip.
Okay.
Right. So once we establish that we know who the four winds are, or the four kings, that's the four kingdoms.
Go ahead.
We know who is the opener of the way on the crooked man walking across the land. We know who returns with the mother plane, right?
Go ahead.
The mother plane is the mother's P lane, and the P lane is the pussy lane, and the pussy is the cat. And the cat is the black cat, and the black cat is the Black Panther.
Go ahead.
And the Black Panther is the symbol for the priests at war when they go into stealth mode. But the symbols represent the blackbird on what we call the African house, the African crow. The African crow is represented as the blackbird returning from the crossroads.
Okay.
So type in, go to the crow, type in quotes. Go to quotes to the Google, type in crow quotes. Because at the end of the day, it got to take us back to who is God. Mother behind it.